Air pollution. Air pollution is defined as the presence of materials in the air in such concentrations which are harmful to man and his environment. An undesirable change in the physical, chemical or biological characteristics of air is called air pollution. The substances which pollute the air are called pollutants. It is caused by natural process and human activities. Aerosols, particulate matter, metallic particles, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, nitrous oxide, nitric oxide are the major air pollutants. Carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is the major pollutant in cities. It is a colorless, odorless gas formed by the incomplete combustion of fuels in vehicles. On breathing air polluted by carbon monoxide, carboxyhemoglobin is formed. Headache, dizziness, nausea, etc. may occur. Sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide, which is released from the factories, gets oxidized to sulfur trioxide in air and dissolves in water vapor to form sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid formed is washed down as acid rain, which may cause damage to historical monuments made of marble. Carbon dioxide. It is the main greenhouse gas. It is emitted as a result of human activities such as burning of wood, coal, oil or natural gas. Suspended particulate matter. It consists of solid particles in the air in the form of smoke, dust and vapor. It can remain suspended in the air for a long period. It is the main source of haze, which reduces visibility, especially during winters in metropolitan cities. Chlorofluorocarbons. Chlorofluorocarbons are generally unreactive, but they can diffuse into the stratosphere where they break down under the influence of ultraviolet rays. The products of this process then react with ozone, damaging the protective layer. Nitrogen oxides. Presence of nitrogen oxides causes smog, smoke plus fog and acid rain. They are emitted from burning fuels. Nitrogen oxides can cause respiratory diseases. Ozone. Ozone shields the earth from harmful ultraviolet rays from the sun. It lowers our resistance to cold and pneumonia. The presence of chlorofluorocarbons (CFC) in the atmosphere is responsible for depletion of ozone layer. If exposed to ozone, our eyes itch, burn and water. Fly ash. Thermal power generation through the combustion of coal produces minute particles of ash, commonly known as fly ash, that cause serious environment problems. These particles consist of silica, alumina, oxides of iron, calcium and magnesium. The fly ash particles can enter the body and cause irritation to eyes, skin, nose and respiratory tract. Indoor air pollution caused by aerosols, paints, acids for cleaning toilets, objects from recycled plastics and many other things. Effects of air pollution. Thinning in the ozone umbrella, greenhouse effect, acid rain and smog are the effects of air pollution. Both gaseous and particulate pollutants have a serious effect on human health. Polluted air causes respiratory problems, renal problems, high blood pressure, problems in nervous system, eye irritation, etc. in the human beings. In plants, some injurious effects such as falling of leaves, reduced growth, degeneration of chlorophyll, mottling of leaves, etc. have been reported. Acid rain. air contains acidic gases such as sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide as pollutants released from automobile exhausts. In the air, in the presence of moisture, sulfur dioxide is oxidized to sulfuric acid and nitrogen dioxide is oxidized to nitric acid. These acids fall along with rainwater, which is called acid rain. Acid rain lowers the pH of the soil and water bodies, causing damages to organisms. It erodes buildings and monuments. Greenhouse effect. Atmospheric pollution results in the accumulation of gases like carbon dioxide, methane, etc. These are called greenhouse gases. The carbon dioxide of the atmosphere keeps the earth warm, and increase in carbon dioxide in the atmosphere results in greenhouse effect and global warming. About 47% of sunlight incident on the Earth's surface is absorbed and 53% is reflected back by the atmosphere. The infrared rays coming from the sun will have enough amount of energy to pass through the atmosphere towards Earth. But when the radiation is reflected back by the Earth's surface, its wavelength is increased. Now, the molecules of carbon dioxide do not allow them to go into space, resulting in heating up of the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide constitutes 0.033% by volume of air. Normally, the carbon dioxide concentration of the air does not increase. Respiration, combustion, decay and volcanic eruptions produce carbon dioxide, but photosynthesis keeps up the balance. Role of plants and trees in the atmosphere. Plants absorb carbon dioxide for photosynthesis and release oxygen into the atmosphere. Plants and trees regulate temperature through transpiration, conditions the weather by providing humidity, absorbs sound waves and controls noise pollution. Depletion of ozone layer. Due to certain human activities, ozone layer is getting depleted. Fluorocarbons and chlorofluorocarbons produce free chlorine atoms, which in turn react with ozone in the stratosphere, thereby depleting it, causing formation of ozone hole. The ozone layer depletion will lead to severe damage to both plants and animals. The protective ozone layer prevents ultraviolet radiation from falling on the earth. Ultraviolet rays have harmful effects on human body.
Let's learn about water pollution and some of its reasons. When harmful substances like chemicals or waste materials gets added into water sources, it causes water pollution. Reasons of water pollution are addition of unwanted substances to water resources. Harmful substances like fertilizers and pesticides gets washed off from the fields into the water resources. Similarly, mercury salts from paper industry are many times passed to sources of water. These are the poisonous substances and may also contain bacteria that cause cholera. Removal of important substances from the water resources. Aquatic life depends on the dissolved oxygen present in water. Due to human activity, if percentage of oxygen in the water is decreased, it can cause death of these plants and animals. Change in temperature of water resources. Many industries pass hot wastewater into water resources. Aquatic life is adjusted with certain range of temperature. But if there is sudden increase in temperature, it shows dangerous effect on life of these animals. Eggs and larvae of many animals die due to sudden change in temperature.
Let us look at the sources of water pollution. Pollution enters a water body as acid rain, eroded soil, runoff containing fertilizers and pesticides, as chemicals released from industries, and other waste from cities and towns. The chemicals released from industries like arsenic, lead, and fluorides lead to toxicity in plants and animals. Often the factories and power plants use normal water to cool their machinery and then release hot water. It heats up the water body and aquatic animals die in it. Have you seen ponds which look green from a distance? This is due to algae grown in it. Do you know how these algae grow in the pond? During rainfall, large amount of fertilizers get washed from the fields and fall on the ponds and rivers. These washed off fertilizers act as nutrients for algae to flourish. When these algae die, they serve as food for the decomposers like bacteria. Bacteria use up most of the oxygen in the water, and as a result, the fish and other aquatic animals die due to lack of oxygen. Also, people bathe, wash clothes, and defecate in the rivers and ponds. They also throw garbage, flowers, and non-biodegradable polythene bags into the river. Many rivers have become dead due to a high level of pollution, and aquatic life cannot survive in them. The waste materials that pollute the water are called water pollutants.